And we're at a famous nature scene in a place in northern Slovenia called Logarska Dolina. I hope I got that right. It's only about half a mile from the Austrian border and about an hour and a half from the great hometown of Klagenfurt, Austria. And we're here at this scene, end of April 2012, and it's pretty bright out. I've seen a lot of photos of this scene, so we came here to check this valley out. It's quite remote, but it's a Saturday. There's people coming in. There's a car coming by here right now, which you may see in the picture. And no, it's not raining, but I wanted to demonstrate photographing a panorama. We've got very strong side light right here, which is fine, but the umbrella is a real handy tool. I have this small travel umbrella, and not only is it good for the rain, we use it a lot in the rain for photography and also just for general travel, but it's also really good to shade the camera because it's so bright, especially when you're looking at the LCD. And in the old days, shooting 4x5, you had your dark cloth. Well, you kind of need the same thing here if you're using the LCD, which I like to use for panoramas. It's very handy. I like to use the live view feature for focusing, and also it's very quick to pan the camera. You can see how things are lined up. So I think we'll pause here and get another angle. Yeah, here I am. I'm set up and ready to take the panorama. And some of the basics about shooting panos, if you're really interested in doing it, I don't want to say proper way, but if you're doing panos, you're probably doing it to make big prints. So here we are on a tripod. One of the first things that you should do is level your tripod. Basically, you want to level your panning base, which is this part that rotates. On my tripod, I have a built-in level right here, which does work, but I've actually gone ahead and purchased another device. It's actually a leveling base, which is between the tripod head and the tripod, and it's very quick to level it. So I have that leveled. You can't see it, but it's a multi-way leveling base. I don't know if that's the correct terminology. So right now my pano head is level when I pan, but that doesn't mean that my camera's level. I am shooting in vertical, so you're going to get more frames out of your scene, a bigger file. So what I do is I put a double access spirit level up here on the hot shoe, and I only worry about the left-right axis and getting that level. And so that's right here. I don't expect you to be able to see that. But then I can actually adjust the camera up or down, forward or backwards, and making sure that it's still level to get the right composition. It's not essential to have everything level, but if it's not, when you pan, especially if the panning axis is not level, your image, when you stitch it together, will be stair-stepped and you'll have to crop more. What we're attempting to do is give you a bigger frame as possible. So even having everything level, you should probably compose your scene a little wider so you have room to crop. And camera settings, you want to make sure your white balance, automatic white balance, is set to off to some set color temperature. A lot of people like to set it to the cloudy setting. Your images will be a little bit warmer. You can always correct this in Camera Raw or Photoshop. I shoot in manual. Make sure your image stabilizing is off. It can affect the sharpness of the image when you're on a tripod. I also like to use a cable release. Keep things very still. And in this case, I'm going to be shooting about, what am I at? F10 and 1/80th. I want to keep it around F8 or so, F11. I don't have a lot of need for depth of field here. There's not much in the foreground. And I like to shoot in live view mode when I'm doing these panoramas. And so I'll turn that on right now. And the nice thing about live view is you can enlarge it to 10 times and really nail your focus. You can dial in that manual focus, which I've already done. And then I got my exposure set, and so I will start I always shoot left to right. You can shoot right to left, but if you've been out shooting all day and doing a lot of panoramas and other shooting, you'll see a sequence of shots. If they're shot right to left, they won't make sense to your eye. So shoot left to right always, and just get in the habit of doing that. And so I'm going to compose here. I can see in my live view very easily where my scene is and where I want the next second shot, third shot to be. Well, not the third shot yet, but so I'll take that image. Okay. And then I can see I want to overlap about 30%, and I'm just going to come over here like that. Get it back to live view. Another 30%. If you're unsure, overlap a half. And I'm going to come back over here for another one. And another one. Here comes a car. The umbrella is kind of handy. Normally I would have the umbrella up, but it's kind of not too good for this video, but the sun's really beating down on me. I'd have this up here like this. Not only is it easier on me on the top of my head, but I can see the live view much better, and it's more comfortable. So that's pretty much it. Easy to stitch in Photoshop. You can take these directly from Bridge or Lightroom, and it's fun. It's really fun. You can do big prints. Okay, thanks a lot.